why choose 365? And what I would say is that 365 has built an entire infrastructure around the self-service industry and really understand the true challenges that customers have and operators have within the industry, and have really been innovative and pushed hard to offer the right services and put the right people in the right places to be that partner. We recognize that's important, and we continue to focus on it. It's sometimes people focus only on the technology. We think it takes a lot more to be able to be successful, and we continue to push for that. So when you have that, two people can come together and they can dominate the industry.
365 grew globally very fast in the past year. We saw triple-digit growth. We expect to see even bigger growth in 2019. This is obviously work that took us over 3 years of research and development, trying to understand the European market in particular, and all the regulations and differences between the US and Europe and Canada and Australia, and the differences in payments and what is accepted and what isn't. And working on that while we're educating the operators in Europe was really where we spent most of our time. Now we're past the education process, and now operators are convinced that the micro-market concept is the way of the future, and that's why we see the growth that we haven't seen in the past. So 2018 was great. It went from being a pilot and a test previously to being a growth year, and 2019 will be even better.
365 has always been known for providing the highest of quality in our product and in our customer service. How is 365 providing the same quality and service around the world as they do here in the States?
So we obviously have to make changes. Primarily we have language differences and time zone differences. Those were the big, and taxation differences. Those three were the big differentiators that needed to be taken care of in order to provide the same high quality service that we provide in the States. So what we did, first thing we did was move our support department from a regular business day to a 24-hour support department. Then we're continuously making changes, adding more people to implementation in off hours. There are difficulties that we see when new locations are opening on a Monday morning when it's actually Sunday here at 2 o'clock in the morning. So we have to make sure that we have the proper staff ready to support European countries, Australia, etc. So time zones were a big concern. We've overcome this with support. Having third-party providers for payments, transactions, etc. We know who we deal with in the US. We have to find the right banks, the right institutions in Europe, and let them know the importance of our SLAs and our support for our clients. And so far it's worked well. There's still a lot of work to be done, obviously, but as we grow, we will add more and more resources to make sure we provide the best quality service as we do in the US.
Why is going global so important to 365? Why go international with micromarkets?
Well, it's clear that it's been a success story in the United States. It's something that not only we have pushed into the market and disrupted the market, but it was adopted by the operators in the US. And we couldn't see any reason why the markets outside the United States wouldn't feel the same. We also know that the next growth for any company is to take whatever has worked within the United States and launch it globally. It made sense for us to start with the UK. That was an easy transition. There was no language barrier. Our teams can work together. And once we've perfected that, then we started launching in other places. There is, I would say, 3 times the size of the U.S. market outside the U.S. So it would only make sense that we've reached, I would say, less than half of the market maturity in the United States. So by the time the United States market matures, we would still be almost at our infancy outside the US. So that prolongs the growth for many, many years to come.